And really, you've got to pat Strottinger on the back, because remember, he was the last to join the leading group and he did it on his own, and he's still got the strength to finish second. There we are, sportingly acknowledged by Rowe. You were the best in the scratch race. Lord of Australia the winner, and there's the result confirmed. The sellout crowd are enjoying the action here at the Manchester Velodrome, and now it's the start of the men's scratch race. Now then, we have an interesting anomaly here. We've actually mic'd up Luke Rowe of the Sky team, and he's also got a camera on the front of his bike. So that should prove to be very interesting once the gun fires and the action is on.
Hey, I'm going to attack with 20 laps to go, okay? And then I explode and come back. So just let me go and then I come back. Whoa.
Well, we'll see whether or not Luke Rowe can be true to his boast. He said he's going to attack with 20 laps to go. So we're going to watch and see what happens before we get there.
Hey, play the game a bit.
And now on the front, it's his teammate, Peter Kenniack. So Kenniack is looking after the interests of Rowe, keeping the tempo high and trying to prevent anybody else from attacking.
You want to go? You want to go? You want to go?
Well, they're slightly undecided. They're asking the question, do you want to go? Do you want to go? And at the moment, they're not going, but they're thinking about it. Riders from Scotland near the front as the whole field stay bunched together. Ed Clancy's in the wheels here, back from injury. There he is, right on the front. And Clancy, of course, is a very, very strong finisher. The two riders from Maloya Push Bikers, Heslich and Graf, are in the field. And they're going to need some watching as well, because they're both very powerful finishers. Remember, Luke Rowe has said he's going to have a go with 20 laps remaining. So they're still thinking about it.
Hey, you want to hit it? You want to go?
Well, he hasn't gone, but other riders have, although they're only just slightly off the front. That's one of the two from Maloya Push Bikers. And on the front now, it is Luke Rowe having a crack. So Luke Rowe has decided now is the time to ignite the burners and try and distance himself from the rest. But he immediately is being chased down by other strong riders as well. Scott Law, the Australian of Orica Green Edge, is there. He's the national champion for Australia, tucked in there at the back of the three. Also in that group is Phil Trodden of Rigmar Racers, and Andy Tennant of Madison Genesis is coming up to join them. So that will be a quintet at a clear, and that is a very strong composition of riders. You can see already that they are a third of the lap clear, and they're starting to work consistently. So Rowe, true to his boast, has gone away, but he's got to be aware of the strength of the men he's taken with him. Graf there, the German from Maloya Push Bikers, on the front at the moment, is somebody he will be fully aware of if he comes to the finish. And of course the Australian Scott Law, this is his speciality. Well, he said it would be 20 to go, and he went, and they went inside 20 to go, and the closing stages are now beginning to unfold. But this is looking very, very good for these five riders. There is Tennant, rangy rider, team pursuit specialist, and trying to come across the gap is Mark Stewart in the blue, the Scot. He is the national points race champion, as we see his teammate further back in the peloton. Well, this group is growing, okay, one by one, but it's growing, and I just saw another rider jumping off the front of the peloton, and that looked like the colours of Wim Strottinger, the Dutchman, on the Telegraph All-Stars. But yep, he's made it. Stewart's joined the group now. We've got 6 riders away, and the closing stages are getting very, very near now. They're working well, these 6, and I can't see anybody else managing to pull the group back. And you can see that the distance is growing all the time. And Strottinger, look at that, what a ride by the Dutchman. You can see the front of the breakaway group has got the tail of the peloton in their sights, and Strottinger, who's won a silver medal twice in the World Champs, is coming up to join them. What a ride by him. The question you've got to ask yourself, will he have any strength left to contest the sprint? And the leaders join the back of the peloton to gain the